Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, Clean Shaven, Peter Joseph here, your tribal god. Put up your ones and acknowledge me and the prophecy and our tribal chief Roman Reigns, as always, every day. And I'm back with another video on your Sunday afternoon, February the 1st, the 1st of the month. Wake up, it's the 1st of the month. So, 1st of the month of the new month of February the 1st to be exact, 2026. Thank you all for watching right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 66. Ooh yeah, 9. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down in my pants, otherwise known as the description box below. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos on my respective channels from the past, the present, now, and in the future, Conan. But don't leave stupid comments. You know where you're going to go. To that fiery, evil, dark, and scary shadow realm where Satan and Ozzy are waiting to eat your soul. So, don't do it. Go to your dead channel or go to somebody else's channel and do your shit there. Because you ain't going to do it on mine. You're going to get blocked and hidden and never be heard from again. So, you don't like it? Tough shit. Go cry about it. And that's that. Share the video all over the internet, like I said before. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you do, you know what you are. You're SOL. You know what that means. If you don't know what it means, oh boy, you look it up. And if you can't look it up, you got problems. And that's pretty much it. And for our newbies out there, if you're here for the first time and you're thinking about subscribing, please do. Hit the subscribe button as we keep inching higher and higher and higher. Getting on that road to 1,100 subscribers here on the channel. And we'll see what happens with that. A little over 1,070. I forgot what, last check I forgot what we are. I know we're over 1,070. We're getting closer to 1,100 subscribers, so hopefully we'll hit it by Easter, but I mean, we'll see. Maybe before that, but we got that. But anyway, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And when you do subscribe, as we say in the business, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax. You grab that nice, tasty, cold one, which is not laced with alcohol. You can't tell it. You can't prove it. Too bad. Cry me a river. And that's that, because I don't drink on my show. Ever. One time I did. But that was like a year or so ago. But I don't drink. It's straight Pepsi or juice or water, whatever it may be. But I'm a social drinker. I only drink when I go out. So, you think I drink on my show? Kiss my ass. And that's it. But anyway, sit back, relax, grab your nice, tasty, cold one, put your stinky feet up, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, too fucking bad. Go watch somebody else. And that's that. But you watch me because you want to get your rocks off. That's all, you know. Going to boring channels and critique my videos, and, you know, it is what it is. That's all you got. Because you can't do anything original. And when you do anything original, it's just you know. I care less. I got better things to do than watch a bunch of garbage. I watch better videos than just boring shit, you know what I mean? But I digress. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this cold as balls Sunday afternoon, February the 1st, 2026, hope you had a great weekend as we begin the first week of February. Gonna be short, because by the time you blink, it'll be March. But it is what it is. Cold weather, windy as balls today. At least it warms up a little bit over the next couple of days, and then Friday we might get a little bit of snow. I hope not a lot, but they say maybe we'll get something Friday. I care less, but I mean, I do gotta go out Friday. But we'll see what happens with that. But wherever you may be, hope you're having a good day, and if not, too fucking bad for you. And that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, got a couple of videos coming down the pipe today, so get ready. A lot of videos, maybe 3 or 4 videos today. I mean, we'll see. But depends how I feel. Got Ring of Honor coming up soon. I already did Royal Rumble, so check that out on my Peter Joseph channel. But we got Ring of Honor coming up, Collision coming up, and a special tribute to the son from Sanford and Son, who passed away yesterday. So I'm going to do a tribute to Lamont from Sanford and Son, who passed away yesterday. That's coming on my Metal Guard channel, so check that out. And also check out the video that I did on Catherine O'Hara, who passed away, I believe, on Friday. That's pretty much it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after 5 minutes of spiel, which you watched, nobody cares what you think. But right now, everything I'm saying now is going to happen now, but what happened then, you don't know. You missed it. But anyway, right now, it is time for your official TNA Impact Wrestling, Episode 3 on AMC, and that all rhymed. Review! Alright, from Thursday night, January the 29th, 2026, episode number 3 in a tree on AMC. That all rhymed too. But was a little bit better, not great, but, Teenage, getting there. We'll see what happens with that as we go to this Thursday night. I think it's live this Thursday, I'm not sure, but it might be taped. Because we're rolling on to No Surrender next Friday night, Friday the 13th. We get 2 of them. So Jason Voorhees will be coming to your, probably be coming to your house and kicking your ass. But, it's rare we get, not rare, but back-to-back Friday the 13th in the same calendar year. Crazy. I don't even think we get a third one. I gotta look at the calendar. I don't think we get a third one this year, but hey, Jason Voorhees is gonna have a great time next week and in March. So be on the lookout. That's that. Alright. So No Surrender coming up next Friday, so we're formulating some matches and continuing storylines from Genesis, and we move on with that. Alright, so we are emanating from the Tingley Coliseum. Tingley. Anyway, the ladies, I love the ladies, you know what I mean? Anyway, Tingley Coliseum in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We forgot to take a left turn there. We're still there. Anyway, our commentary team, Tom Phillips and Aiden English, otherwise known as Matthew Waywalt. Alright, big story of this show was the Feast of Fire briefcases being revealed. We already know it was spoiled last week on TNA Plus that Eddie Edwards got the world title shot. And, we see with Trey Miguel, Grandpa Eric Young, and our soldier Steve Macklin, what their fates are going to be, whether an X Division title, X Division title shot, Intercontinental title shot, or someone getting fired. So we'll see what happens with all that. Alright, so we open up with the opening sequence, and we start off with the brand new system. As we saw last week, the system, which was Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, JDC, Fandango, and Moose. Pretty much JDC was retiring, and we were going to get his replacement, which we found out was Bear Bronson, otherwise known as Mophead. And then Moose got attacked, and then Cedric Alexander comes out to save him, or so we thought he saved him, and then Cedric turns heel and joins the system, and then Alicia Edwards is like, what the fuck? She's like lost in limbo. We're like, what's going to happen with Alicia? She didn't like any of this. And we got that. So the new system come out. Brian Myers says, it had to be done. He says it like 10 times. Brian, shut the fuck up already. We know it had to be done. You had to say it 10 more times just so he can get it? Dude. I mean, have you been smoking with Cardona again? Just saying. Anyway, so after he finally shuts up, Eddie Edwards gets on the mic and says, I'm going to break it all down for you. Moose used to be the most dominant star in all of wrestling. He still is, Eddie. But he's just as selfish. All he cared about was himself rather than the team. I highly doubt that. Then you have Fandango, JDC, who walked away from the team. He didn't walk away. He just felt like he had to retire. Well, kind of. Eddie, I'll give you that because, his wife was like, you get out of here. He wanted to start a life, to start a family. I get that, but So I get what you're saying, Eddie, but he didn't walk away, technically. But anyway. So that brings out Eddie's hot wife, Alicia Edwards, who gets in her husband's face and says, "Why did you keep this from me? We didn't talk about this at all." And he's like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?" And then she brings up, she went cute on this one. She brought up that her contract was coming up. I think it's pretty much over right now. And she's like, "Oh, maybe I don't want to be a part of the system anymore. How about that?" And then he's like, whoa, wait a minute. Let's talk about this. You can't walk away. And then, I think he kind of threatened her a little bit. Says, "Well, if you don't want to be a part of the system, you can be like Moose and JDC. We'll take you out." So then Alicia's like, "Well, fuck you, Eddie. I'm out of here." So she leaves, and Eddie's not a happy camper. Oh, he'd be sleeping on that couch. Eddie, man, listen to your woman. Shit. So I don't know what's gonna happen with Alicia Edwards. I was thinking if Alicia is gone, they're gonna bring in a female to replace her. Who? Don't know. So, we'll have to see what happens this Thursday night on the program with the new look system. Eddie's like distraught, and everybody's like, it's okay, we'll talk to her, it's okay. Yeah, got that. Alicia's like, I don't need to talk to you anymore. I'm gonna go to my mom's house. Click. So we got that. So, wild start to TNA Impact Wrestling, and I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back with the lovely Gia Miller, with her guest, the fake YouTuber himself, BDE. He's ready to prove that he belongs in TNA as he takes on our good friend Dolph Ziggler, or Nick Nemeth, who parks Issa's car perfectly. So we get that. So we get to the first match of the night. So Nick offers a handshake, little code of honor. Right, but so we had a mini code of honor where Nick's like, "Oh, fuck you," kicked him right in the ribs. Front face lock doesn't really work well for Nick, as BDE knocked him to the outside with a clothesline. You thought this was supposed to be a squash match, right? That's what I thought. No? BDE got some offense in. So he knocks Nick to the outside with a clothesline, then a flippy DVD connects. Springboard elbow back inside does not work. We go to break, come back. As always, the heels come back during the break. BDE is still in trouble with Nick, sends him into the corner for some cocky forearms. You're like, "Oh, fucking shit," But BDE managed to reverse a whip into the corner, goes for a running knee. No. Well, he goes to charge in, but a running knee is dropped with a clothesline. Alright, so BDE tried for a running knee, and Nick hit a clothesline. To get back up, running knee does connect for BDE this time. Then he hits I hate saying this in front of Eddie, but a pretty decent Eddie Guerrero frog splash. Eddie, I'm sorry. Actually, it wasn't that bad. He had good height on it, but not as good as me, though. Okay. At least you're honest. When am I never not honest? Well, you lied, cheat, and steal. Honestly, okay. You have a point. I always have a point. Because I'm always one up on you. Not you, Eddie, but, these morons. But anyway. Yeah, those morons are fucking stupid, Issy. Okay. We'll talk about that later. Anyway. Alright, so, BD hits a great frog splash for a near fall. Tries for the springboard elbow, but dives right into the danger zone. Nice. That was a nice counter by Nick. 1, 2, 3. Nick Nemeth gets the win in a smidge over 11.5 minutes. Wasn't a bad match. It could have been a lot better, but I still gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. But, hey, I was a little bit impressed with BDE. Impressed. Not too much, but impressed. So, does he belong in TNA? I still think he needs a little bit of seasoning. Little bit. Let me move on. Alright, let's go. After the match, my big brother, Ryan Nemeth, who fears Marco's Pizza, You gotta go there, dude. He comes out to celebrate with my big brother. And then he gets to the ring, calls out Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, Mara Sade, who looked so good. Good darn. Who's she going out with? Eli Knight, I think? I think that's who she's going out with in WWE. No, I'm sorry, AEW. She's going out with, Kevin Knight, not Eli, sorry. Kevin Knight. So, lucky you, Kevin! Anyway, so he calls out Mara Sade, who he says has been assaulting him. Huh? So she comes out looking great, says, Ryan, you got away with one at Genesis. Which he did. He basically cheated. So Ryan says, alright, let's let bygones be bygones. Let's go out. Instead of having... no, let's not go out. Let's have a kiss. Give me a smoochy right on the cheek. Right here. So, that ain't gonna work for Miss Jackson if you're nasty. She goes for a super kick. It got blocked. And Ryan, you son of a bitch, clotheslined the fuck out of her. Whoo! Clotheslines are down. And then referees and security has to come out. Ryan's all like, oh, look what I did! Look what I did! And then we find out on the injury report that Mara Sade is, out or being evaluated. She wanted to get up, but then, like, all these freaking people in the back are like, no, stay here, you gotta get evaluated. And her neck. Ah, Cliff, my neck! What do you mean your neck, Cliff? What do you mean? See, I know how to rock out with my cute, you know, like Lemmy would say, when I go to a concert and I listen to some heavy metal and shit, but I don't go too extreme and hurt my neck. It hurts a little bit, you know. I forgot what concert it was. There was Uproar or Rock. There was Uproar or I forget which other one it was. Maybe the Rockstar Energy Tour. I forget, but it was in PNC. I went there with Rose, of course, and it was Godsmack, Stained, Lamb of God on the main stage, and the headliner, I think, was Rob Zombie. I forgot who the headliner was, but man, my neck was killing me after that. I couldn't move my neck for like a week. You know, Rosa loves Stain. She loves Godsmack. Religiously loves Godsmack and Disturbed. So I took to that. She loves Stained. When Godsmack came on, she pretty much knew almost, not every song, but she was jamming. She wasn't headbanging, she was like grooving, you know what I mean? She loved it. But when I went to Disturbed on the Music as a Weapon 2 tour, I wanted to take her because Disturbed was there. And Seven Dust, but she had a prior commitment, so I couldn't go, so I went by myself. But one day I'm gonna take her to Disturbed when they come back to New York. Or Jersey. We'll see. Maybe this year, maybe next year, we'll see. Depends, I haven't seen any tour dates yet. For that. But, good shit. Anyway, so Marshall is grabbing her neck. You know, not that. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. But Ryan, I don't know. Alright, moving on. Alright, so I gave that little, I didn't really give that a segment, because it was after the match. So I got that. Alright, then we go to the back, we go to the locker room of the Elegance brand. We have Ash by Elegance and Heather and M by Elegance and Mr. Elegance, that guy. That guy. This guy. You know. And George the Iceman. Alright, so Heather and M, the new Knockouts Tag Team Champions, and along with Ash, who re-signed to the company, which a lot of people did not like. She basically faked her injury back at Bound for Glory, vacated the title, and everyone was like, oh, that she had some type of thing, which wasn't really a thing. It was a thing, and Now she's back and getting death threats and all this shit, which I think is a little bit too extreme, but we get that. Anyway, so Ash presents, they give Ash presents because she's officially medically cleared to wrestle again. Excuse me. And then the Knockouts champion Xia Li, along with her bestie Xia Brookside, together as the Angel Warriors and Indy Hartwell, they all come in, and Xia's like, I'm ready to defend against any one of you anytime. And we get a 6-woman tag team match coming out of this, I think, next week. And then Mr. Elgin seems to hit on Indy, who takes the champagne that was in the room and says, that's not kind of my party, dude. Oh, you forget she's lesbian. Well, I don't know, I mean, she was with Dexter. And she had that whole, Dexter, remember when Dexter was in the bed with her, and he's freaking having a pillow fight? He's like, ooh, hit me harder, And Gargano's in the freaking closet like, what the fuck? And then he said, like, oh, so I'm sorry, and then Dexter with the whole thing of condoms. Dexter hit that. There's no way that Sam Shaw, Dexter Loomis, did not hit that. I mean, come on. I don't care if you're lesbian. She has a, she had a, like, I wonder what dick feels like. Come on now. Come on! Seriously. Come on, Indy. Stop capping. You're like that sausage. Come on. Moving on. Alright, so yeah. So they leave. So we got a 6-woman tag team match this coming Thursday night on the program. We get that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, back to the ring we go with a non-title match. We have the Intercontinental Champion, Stacks Mahomes, along with his hot wife, Ariana Grace. Having some problems lately with, Daddy, Santino Malala, you son of a gun. So anyway, he takes on the hometown man, Cody Deaner, who holds up, the hometown man's stolen mask. I don't even remember when they stole it. It was last week. But anyway, they brawl to start, and then the hometown man stomps away in the corner. Fans are like, yeah! We love this guy! Where is he from? The hometown. He's from New Mexico. Not really, but anyway. They go to the outside, and then Stacks mocks a young fan with the mask, and then the hometown man takes that away, beats down Stacks, and then gives it to the fan. Nice little moment there. Aww. She's gonna have a moment for life. Where's Nicki Minaj when they hear, I wanna have this moment for life. For life. Did you see Nicki Minaj get, and I think she's pregnant with somebody's kid. Lucky guy, Well, she got fat, I don't know, but boy, did Trump lay a whopper of a kiss on her. Woo! I'm thinking, Trump might want to grab that, that wet-ass booty. He wants some wop, basically, Donald Trump. Grab him on the pussy, Grab him on the pussy is great, it's huge. Okay, thank you. Get it done, dude. By the way, there's a partial government shutdown going on. Oh, boy. Like, we need another one. Fucking Democrats. Can't get one they can't agree on one goddamn bill. They passed 11 out of 12 funding bills, and they stuck on one now. Which is basically the one that the CNN and Fox News is talking about. It's crazy. So we're having a partial shutdown. Ugh. Just because the Democrats don't want the ICE agents and everything to get funding and shit. Because they're having problems with ICE. Come on now. Just stop. You got Hakeem Jeffries and that moron, Chuck Schumer and all those Democrats fighting and, How did that first shutdown go there? 40-some-odd days. Stupid. Almost a month and a half. And then shit gets done, right around, I think it was right before December or January. Everything got fixed. temporarily, and then like February 1st comes, which is today, and now we got a partial government shutdown. How long that lasts? I hope not long. But I mean, you got a busy week this week, so I mean, we'll see. But stop fighting, get it done, and shut the fuck up, you stupid Democrats. And whether this hurts Mr. Trump in the midterms by June, between June and September, I mean, we'll see. And with the tariff check he's been thinking about coming later this year, the summertime, or we said about the midterm, so between June and September, maybe June between the end of the year. Who knows if anybody's gonna get $2,000? I doubt it, but not that I need it, but I got a lot of money, so I mean, it's one thing I don't care really much about, but this, I just can't stand, the Democrats trying to shut down the government again, and people can't eat, and this and that. It's insane. They want Trump out. It ain't gonna happen. You gotta wait another 3 years. Because he's just started he's starting his second year, so got two and a half more years, because he won't be out until 28, really. 28 into 29, because that's when we vote in 28, and then the new president comes in at 29. So 2.5 more years of this, dude. And ain't gonna impeach him. Fuck that shit. Alright, moving on. Stop. I went politics into wrestling. Alright, so, where are we here? Okay. Stacks Mahomes and Hometown Man. Alright, so, the Hometown Man gives the fan his, the mask. Nice little moment. Get back in. A corkscrew tiger uppercut gives Stacks. I didn't know you can do that. What are you trying to do to... Oh, you kid! So that gives Stacks a near fall. Grabs something like a half crab, but that gets kicked away. Stacks crashes to the floor, which allows the Hometown Man to hit the people's elbow. Oh, Dwayne is going to be mad. Anyway, a crossbody gets a near fall, and then Ariana Grace with a distraction, showing her tatas, not in her arc. But instead, Stacks goes to the eyes, little Rowdy Piper, go to the eye, right, poke the eyes. Then he grabs a fruit roll-up with a feet on the rope. Referee didn't see it. Stacks gets a cheap win in under 6 minutes. Match was 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then Stacks was kind of a little bit mad about what Ariana Grace did. So we go to break, come back. Stacks like, why didn't you help me? I could have done it by myself or something like that. And then Santina, her dad comes out, Santina Marletta. He shows up and he's like, So Ariana Grace seems to threaten both of them with making a mistake of her own. Uh-oh. So I'm thinking, wait a minute. We saw the whole thing where she's like, I'm sorry. She's hugging her Santino, saying, I'm sorry for what happened, smacking you in the cage and everything, siding with my husband and everything. And now it seems like she's turning face again. She's going to be with her dad, and we're like, what's, she's kind of breaking away from her husband-ish in a storyline gimmick. I mean, what? I'm not getting this whole thing. I watched too much wrestling for almost half my life, basically. And I've seen weird storylines, but this one, this takes the cake. Weird. Alright, move on. Alright, then we go to our next match. Jason Hodge of Order 4, one half the Great Hands, or the Good Hands, or whatever hands. These hands are big, strong hands. Never ending story reference. Anyway. Alright, so Jason Hodge with the rest of Order 4, Mustafa Ali, the lovely Puerto Rican princess, Tasha Steelz, John Skyler, and Agent Zero, who looks like Alexander Wolf a little bit. I'm just saying. Or maybe, remember Remember the Kingdom, basically. Remember the early version of the Kingdom was, Matt Taven, and then it was, Vincent, and that other guy, I forgot his name. Looks like that guy, but bigger. Maybe the same guy, I don't know. But anyway. So Jason Hawks takes on Elijah. Who wants to walk with Elijah? Nice theme there, dude. Anyway, so it wasn't a great match. So Elijah takes him down by the arm to start. Hawk bails to the floor, gets back in. Elijah works on the arm again. Then pays homage to the GOAT of all ghosts, the Undertaker, with a little old school for a near fall. And then Tasha Steelz offers a little distraction. Hawk gets in a cheap shot, take over, some stomping in the corner, but on Elijah, but he comes right back with a big back body drop. And then Hotch has to go to the eyes, Roddy Piper style. Wakes the eyes, get out of a fireman's carry. And another distraction, I think by the team or by Tasha Steelz, allows him to hit a coat breaker on the arm. Ow! That hurts. Then knees to the arms, does some cranking with Elijah flipping out easily. A suplex neck breaker. Interesting. Gives Elijah a near fall. Hotch comes right back with a super kick. Then a torture rack bomb gives Elijah a near fall. Gives Jason Hotch a near fall. Elijah comes right back to knee Hotch out of midair. Then he hits the Highwayman's Farewell. That weird movie hits. 1, 2, 3 in just under 8 minutes. Elijah is the winner. And in a decent match, 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Order 4 jumps him. And then Mustafa Ali grabs the guitar. Looks like they were gonna, play a tune on his head. But that's enough for Elijah to somehow fight back. And then use the guitar to clear the ring. I don't think he, hit anybody. He's, like wailing around with it. Crazy. Alright, so that feud continues with Elijah and Order 4, Mustafa Ali and company. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, we go to break. We come back with the lovely Jada Stone. It looked like Jade for a second. Jade Cargill. With the same silver gray hair. Didn't know it, looked like Jade. Wait a minute. Is that Jade? Smaller? Like the Temu version of Jade. Anyway, Jada Stone is rather excited to be here. And then Order 4 comes in, interrupts her promo, and she's like, excuse me! Let me do it like Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me! I'm trying to get a promo here! And then Elijah's like, not Elijah, sorry. Mustafa Ali says something really weird. And he's like, oh, really? And then Tasha Steelz like, she's getting in Mustafa's face. Tasha Steelz comes in, being a woman, slaps her in the face, knocked her down. And she's like, oh, you son of a bitch. And then Elijah pops in and helps her up like a gentleman. And says, do you want to walk with Elijah? And she's like, yeah, I bet. Elijah getting that. Getting that. Mm-hmm. Lucky man. Hey, you got a guitar, man. You can probably get some pussy. Not all of you, but some of you. If you play pretty good, like me, I get all the ladies. I mean, come on. I play a good electric twanger every once in a while. Play some Isley Brothers tune for you guys. No. I play some, some Pink Floyd or some Ozzy or something like that. Maybe some In This Moment. We'll get that. Alright, moving on. Why did my notes go up? Why did my notes go up? God damn it. Fucking shit. Alright, we move on with that. Alright, after that, I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go back to the ring with pretty much a quickie match. The in-ring, sort of in-ring debut of Cora Jade or Elena Black, Sonya Deville on commentary, Daria Ray, the suit. So, Elena Black takes on Ruthie J. Who? Who are you? What? What's your name? What? Yeah. Some woman this chick, and Aleister Black just basically beats the crap out of her. Even though Ruthie J got up for a running shoulder block in the corner, big deal. That didn't work much. And pretty much Cora Jade gets the win with a swinging double underhook neck breaker. Say that 5 times fast. 1, 2, 3 in under 3 minutes. Did I say under 3 minutes? Pretty much. It for that. I still have a cut. I did shave, and I shaved over here, and I cut myself a little bit. So I do have a little boo-boo. It happens. You can tell I shaved, so. But, you know, I nicked myself a little bit. Not too bad. But we move on. Alright, so yeah. So, Cora Jade gets the win. Match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. It was meh. Filler match. And we get that. Alright, then we got the TNA Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys. Broken Matt Hardy, yes! Wonderful! And Jeff Hardy, dude. Delete! I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Anyway. I vilify and classify myself as obsolete. Obsolete! I vilify and classify myself as obsolete. Obsolete! He actually said that Willow might be coming back to TNA. You know, that guy. The crazy Joker guy. So he might be coming back. We'll see. Anyway, the Hardys are happy with how things have been going, getting the win over the Righteous, keeping the tag team titles. Speaking of the Righteous, Vincent and Dutch. They come in, talk about the Magic Genesis, and then they seem to tease an alliance. Wait a minute, they did that before, and then that didn't work out. So you think the Hardy Boys are gonna want to be friends with them again? I don't know. I still think the Hardys are gonna lose the titles to the Righteous. I don't know when. Maybe at No Surrender. Maybe after that. I don't know. Alright, then it's time to find out the Feaster fired briefcase. You already know that Eddie Edwards gets his world title shot. Well, before that, we knew that, but Trey Miguel was up first, and he's like, oh, don't let me get fired two times in a month, please. So he opens it, prays, and it's an Intercontinental title shot. So he gets to face Stacks whenever he wants. And then Eddie Edwards opens his case, world title shot, he's all happy, the system's all happy, blah, blah, blah. So then it leaves Steve Maclin and Grandpa Eric Young. One's getting an X Division title shot, one's getting fired. So Eric Young opens his case, and I was like, please get fired, please get fired, please get fired, and then, no, he gets the X Division title shot. And Steve Maclin, whose contract pretty much expired, anyway, he is fired from TNA. But they're saying it's a storyline, so maybe he does come back. I don't know. Maybe he goes to AEW. Don't know. He does have an indie show coming up this month, so I mean, we'll see. And that's that. So, sucks that Steve Maclin is gone. Former two-time Intercontinental Champion, former World Heavyweight Champion. And now, he gone. Or is he? We get that. And we move on. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the break, Eddie and the system come up to threaten Mike Santana with a cash-in. I didn't know you can cash that in. I thought it was just the what you call it, the call your shot trophy, which I guess that's a cash in, and Feast of Fire's a cash in. So Eddie can cash in on Mike Santana anytime he wants. So if Mike, you better watch your back, dude. You got 2 guys after your ass. Mike Santana's got Dolph Ziggler, Nick Neiman. Now he's got Eddie Edwards breathing down his neck. And all Mike did was just glare like, oh, you. opportunity fucking case. And that's pretty much it. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we come back to commentary, kind of depressed to see Macklin is fired. And then we get what's coming next week. That 6-woman tag team match is one of the matches. And we got a whole lot more coming up this week. And we got that. Then we go to your main event of the evening. Anything goes. We got Flop Dollar AJ Francis. Money, 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 money. We got that. Takes on the man that goes all night long. All night. You know, that guy. Rich Swann. This match was brutal. Swann brings out a bunch of weapons. He must be a Raven fan. Or New Jack, you know. Must be a fan of Jerome. You say something, motherfucker? Yeah, Rich Swann was trying to emulate you, bringing out a whole bunch of weapons. But you didn't have natural born killers when you come out, Jerome. Going like a madman, you psycho. Well, he ain't nothing like me, motherfucker. Okay. Thank you, Jerome. Go back to snorting your cocaine and whatever you're doing there. Yeah, Mike, yeah, get him. Hey, get out of here, Jerome! Fuck you! Get over there! I'll put you through a table! Okay, Mike, calm down. I'm sorry, it just gets me riled up sometimes. Okay, calm down, Mike. Calm down. Oh, by the way, come in and say hi to your fans. Hi and bye. Hi, fans! Bye! I gotta go! Bye! Okay, get out of here. Thank you. Sorry. I'm sorry. If you don't like my impressions, fuck you. I'd like to see you do it. I really want somebody to out impersonate me. Moving on. Alright, so Swann brings out a bunch of weapons. Hits AJ with a baseball bat. Ow! To start off, AJ won't let him bring in a table. But it's set up on the floor anyway. AJ kicks him down. They head to the ramp, I guess. Which one slips out of chokeslam attempts and a Styles Clash. Yeah, on the stage, I should say. But instead, AJ goes with a pedigree. Oh, Hunter. Oh boy, Hunter's like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah. I like how he told EO on Reels, he says, you know, like, what the fuck? And then he's like, Rio's like, well, what the fuck? He's like, can you say what the fuck, EO? And EO's like, what the fuck? That cracked me up. I was like, wow. What the fuck? You gotta love EO, man. You gotta love her. Ah! I love my third wifey. Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow with Asuka and Kylie! Oh boy, Asuka is pissed! She's gonna be pissed at Kyrie. I hope Kyrie, stands up to her tomorrow instead of getting beat down. And finally, we get the Dom Ray treatment, basically. Remember how Dom was just like pushing Ray, and then Ray just couldn't take it anymore, and I think he slapped Dom, or he hit Dom in the face, and he started wearing on him right in front of Angie and Aaliyah. And then we had the match at Mania. I think it was Mania 30... What Mania was that? 39, I think? Had to be 39, I think. And then freaking Ray won a pendejo. And I think we're going to do it again at WrestleMania 42 for the Intercontinental title, and I think Ray will win that. Not that I care about that, but it is what it is. We better not win that title! Okay, I know, Eddie, he won't. I'm hoping he won't. That your great son will beat him. He's got El Vikingo to worry about, and, the big Black Diesel, that big Jolly Green Giant Omos. Don't worry, he beat him too! My son will be champion forever! Okay. Right, we hope. Great promo last night by the guy, but, my son cuts great promos. Like me. Okay. Okay, Eddie, thank you. Anyway. So AJ hits the pedigree on the stage. Ow. we go to break, we come back. AJ sits in a chair with his foot on Rich Swann's back. Rich Swann fights up, sends AJ face first into the chair. Ow. Goes for an air raid crash. Actually, AJ hits an air raid crash on the chair. Ow. For a near fall. They get back up. Rich Swann is able to drop AJ face first on the ring steps. Ow. Then hits a handspring. Gimme kata! Bang! For a near fall. Stop stealing my moves! Fuckers. Anyway, then he sets up another table on the floor, throws in a bunch of chairs, ringing, Terry Funk to throw in the chairs! Boink! And he just gets his hit with the head. Remember that, Terry? I remember that, but I was a hardcore legend in Japan! Japan! #1! Forever! And ever! Okay, Terry, thank you. Watch out, there's a chair! Oh, shit. Damn it, Mick, why'd you throw the chair? I thought he was talking about Doritos. He wasn't talking about Doritos, Mick, you fucking idiot. Now get out of here, go play with Mikey Whipwreck. Get the fuck out of here. Damn. I'm sorry, Terry, Cactus is an asshole. I'll kick his ass anyway. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. Anyway. Yeah, those are a bunch of chairs, though he couldn't keep AJ down for a 3 count. To go, where am I? Sorry about that. To go back in, and then AJ hits the pounce! Period, for a near fall. Okay, you're not Mountie Brown, stop. You're not the alpha male from the Serengeti, okay? Stop it. You're just some fat schmuck from the South. He's fat! I know, Scott, he's fat. That son of a bitch is fucking fat! Ah, woman can bleed. Okay, calm down. Get him a Snickers. Thank you. He's fat! Eat it! Scott started fucking God. Sorry. Alright, Rich Swann goes a Hurricane Rana through the tables on the floor. Damn. Then a Phoenix splashes AJ for another near fall. Then he takes out the baseball bat again. Goes to use it. And AJ uses the little bit of a delay by Rich Swann to grab a chain. Knocks Rich Swann for a loop. I don't know how Rich Swann kicked out of that. Hits a right hand doing for a near fall. Rich Swann gets out of that. And then he's put it inside a trash can. And damn, AJ obliterated him with chair shots. And then goes for a cover. I don't know how Rich Swann got out of that. AJ tries to take him up top, gets Hurricane down onto the pile of chairs. How? And that lets Rich Swann unload on AJ with chair shots. Then a Eddie Guerrero frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Pins AJ in under 16 and a half minutes to end the show. But damn, it was brutal. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Did you like that one, Eddie? It was okay. It was great. Not great. That's me, but, I give it to him. It's fine. Okay. He's honest. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so Rich Swann gets a little bit of revenge on Flop Dollar. And, was that it? I think we had, that was, no. Actually, that was not it. Alright, so good match. 3.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. Then we go, before we end the show, we go to the back where, Frankie Kazarian wants to talk to Daria Ray to end the show. Does he want a title shot? He wants a world title shot back? Oh, great. Another title shot you don't earn, Frankie. Even though you co-won the Call Your Shot trophy with Nick. Yeah, you called your shot after Mike Santana we finally come back to live TV. You win the fucking thing, which pissed everybody off, and then you lost at Genesis. And now you want another title shot? I mean, yeah, you're technically due for a rematch. Technically. So, I mean, Daria Ray, the assistant authority figure, if you will. I think she's gonna grant Frankie a rematch. Not that I want to see it, but because it keeps getting funnier every time I see it. Like the SATs. We got that. Anyway, so that ends up TNA Impact Wrestling for this week, and I gave it, wasn't great, so I gave it 6.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment down below. And like Trick Woody would say, let's talk about it. And we will. Later this week. Alright guys, I'm going to have my sensible lunch pretty soon, and then I'll be back a little bit later with your official Ring of Honor review. It would do my tribute to Lamont from Sanford and Son. Maybe later we'll get to Collision. If not, we'll do it tomorrow. So, a couple of videos on this channel. And Ring of Honor on this channel. Then we have one on the Metal Guy channel. And like I said, maybe later, if I have time and I feel I'm okay with, I'm not too tired, we'll do Collision. So 3, maybe 4 videos coming your way tonight, today and tonight on the Killer Demons channel and my Metal Guy channel. So stay tuned. Please hit that bell so you don't miss anything, because if you do, I'm going to come to your house and slap you all around your house. And that's pretty much it. So hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss it. And that's that. Alright guys, I'm out of here. 6.5 out of 10 stars for Impact. Wasn't great. And I think the did the ratings come out for that? For Impact? Let me see. I know that Dynamite's rating was way higher. 653,000 this week. It was great. Up 155,000. Like 31% it went up. Now, that's damn good. And NXT's rating was pretty much on par with AEW, so you think AEW is dead? Right. I don't know if they came out. Let me no, it didn't come out yet. No, it haven't come out yet. Last week did 71,000. So, I think the week before was the first episode was 173. Episode 2 was 171. It hasn't really come out. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, it hasn't come out yet, but probably be around that, maybe maybe higher, maybe I think it might be lower this week, but I mean we'll see. Probably won't come out till maybe later today or tomorrow. But and SmackDown hasn't come. SmackDown's come out. Let me see. Well, SmackDown was in Saudi Arabia. Okay, let me, let's see here. So we got that. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Peace.